Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome you inside Fenway Park in Boston. Today it's the third and final game in this three-game interleague series between the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and guys, the Braves played well in the series so far, winning the first two in this three-game set.
Yeah, and to sweep this team right here would be a huge momentum boost. It is not easy to sweep a series. I don't care if it's 3 games or 4 games. I think back to Bobby Cox. His big thing was you just want to win series. 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. But when you have a chance to sweep a team, you have to take advantage of it.
Chris Sale will be the starter for the Bo Sox in this contest. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this ought to be fun to watch in this.
Stepping up is Brad Rivera as the switch hitter will bat right-handed here.
Even though he's batting right-handed in this particular bat, this guy swings it from both sides of the plate. Numbers pretty much the same across the board. A terrific hitter, right-handed in this at bat. But if you try,
well, the side is retired as they make the play. One left for now it'll be Brad Rivera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Today's ball game gives the Braves a chance to end the series on a really high note. A win will complete the sweep.
One of the toughest things to do at this level is to win on the road. With the win today, this would be a sweep of a road series.
Another one sent foul. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Line toward the gap in left center. And that is down for extra bases as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Here now is Mike Zunino. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The Braves already have the early 1-run lead, so they're off to a good start trying to finish the series with an exclamation point.
It's very difficult to sweep teams nowadays, but jumping out to an early 1-run lead like they have in this one, they're certainly headed in the right direction.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on us. So it's 2 runs. Next up is Brad Rivera, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Oh, he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And they take the lead. It's gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, the 248th of his career, and it's given the Braves a 4-2 lead.
I guess the pitchers haven't been talking in the dugout because it looks like they've learned nothing about this guy. He's torched them for 4 home runs this series, and they're still giving him pitches to hit.
Brad Rivera will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Into the corner and slicing foul.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Drilled to the right side. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. But the recovery will come too late, and the bases are loaded now.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, that's, you've said it, Dero. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he was going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
So here's Mike Zunino. Fastball here as we'll take a look at ball 1-0. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
3-0 now. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. That one's in there. 3-1.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game. When guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything.
Oh, meanwhile, how about that for a play? Laying out to take away a hit. Wow. On to first, a double play. Now into the box, Brian O'Keefe. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. A bouncer to the left side, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Well, Dero, there's another base hit, making it first and second. But some more good work out of the bullpen as he notches his 10th save of the season right there. Nice job.
From the city of brotherly love, MLB The Show has baseball from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. We've got an NL East contest tonight between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Zach Wheeler, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk.
And now, Brad Rivera. As we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Rivera.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. So it's a two-run shot to right center, number 249 career, and it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Now at the plate, Matt Vierling.
Left fielder, Matt Vierling.
The 1-2. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at two. Over to Albies, and nearly a double play. It was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Brad Rivera. Off to a fine start in this one after launching a homer his first time up.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Liner into right center, that's a base hit. Legs churning, he's headed for second. And he'll reach second now with one away. So a double into the gap has him in business here with one away. And you can see there where he ranks on the Braves team leaderboard. Currently tops on the ball club in that category. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Here's the pitch. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll make it into third base, as on the F7, he gets in there with two away. So now here is Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Wheeler pauses. Here's the first pitch. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike one.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Hey, one pitch right here. Come on now.
Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 3-0 game.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute there.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You know, you always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was...
Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson, the first at bat here in the inning. Softly hit to the left side. And the throw goes right over the head of Freeman at first. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there. Brad Rivera stride in one more time as we flash you back to earlier. This was a big blow right here as he leaves the yard with plenty to spare. Segura has it. And the sixth inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. At the plate now is Brad Rivera, runner in scoring position with Sugan. Hit sharply toward the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Now a long throw home, but this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Next, here is Salvador Perez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Take your pitch, huh?
Count even now at 1-1. Rivera leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
All right, come on now.
Now a throw over. Dive, but he's back. And there he goes towards second. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
Little slide step action there, Dan.
I got two
Yeah,
on the
he's
count.
clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Nope, that's inside.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just
ball
what
four.
he's looking
Take your
for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now
All right,
with
Joe,
2
come
out.
here. We need you. Let's go.
Mitch Haniger.
He's set and the pitch.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
Ball, that's
And
low.
low, it's a ball and a strike.
Hey, 90 feet anyway, kid. Here we go.
A ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Haniger.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th, and that'll bring in the middle infielder Gene Segura to third. Sneaked up. And the throw is off target there, so he'll reach first base safely. So here he is again, Brad Rivera, and he needs just a triple for the cycle. So let's see if he can put one in the gap. Into the corner and slicing foul. And now before the 0-1 pitch, a quick stoppage as he steps out. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Hey, let it fly up there, huh?
Now a swing and a deep drive to right. And gone up into the second deck. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, making it an even 250 for his career as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Boy, this guy just keeps going on. His 40th home run of the season, and he's not done yet. He keeps this up, he's definitely going to be in a conversation for some of the year-end awards. On paper, this had the makings of a real hard-fought game, but Paper and reality, those are two different things. They pulled away and never looked back. How about to a tune of a 9-run victory?
A 9-0 shutout final in this ball game. Atlanta jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Oscar Yinoa earned his 5th win of the year. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
3 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Time for baseball on the show from the bank. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. And now here is Brad Rivera. Last night was a good one for him as he turned in a 4-for-5 effort. First offering. Sends that one out of play for strike one.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Fouled away. Acuna at third. Albies over at second. Freeman on at first with nobody out. Another one sent foul.
Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got it.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, one of the things you want to do, D-Earl, is strike early, and they've done just that with a big hit driving in two.
Yeah, Dan, great to grab an early lead right there, especially when you could throw up a crooked number for your pitcher.
That is it. The
All right, this is you.
Here now is Mike Zunino. And the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Pitch on its way now to Zunino. And it's 1-1.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
The count now at 2-1. Two balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher. Swinging a ground ball to third. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Oh boy, way to get on the side. Take the out for this one.
And up steps Salvador Perez. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0.
Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Come on, big guy. Grab it right here.
And there's a swing and a miss. 2-1 now. 3 runs already home here.
Grab it right here.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2.
Come on, baby, square it up.
Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good, high, hard fastball.
Mitch Haniger comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
Come on, guy, get your pitch right here.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Looking at his career totals, Haniger brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Segura for one, relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. Digging in will be Dom Thompson-Williams, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Reined in. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Digging in, the switch hitter, Brad Rivera, singled in his last at-bat. First pitch of the AB on its way, and it's fouled away. Set. Here's the 0-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Harper has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Stepping in once again is Brad Rivera, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. To short, hit hard. Swanson pulls it up. Go on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. So here is Rhys Hoskins. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. Hit to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Brad Rivera, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-Roll, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little 2-out lightning start.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off. Rivera is off of first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And again a throw, and he'll dive back in safely. Here's the pitch. Pitch inside the throw, and he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. All set to start the 9th in this one. And next will be the switch-hitting third baseman, Brad Rivera. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble.
Come on, Dick, go hard. Go two.
First and hustling for second. Arms pumping, he's hustling for third. The relay, and he is out at third, and that's a big mistake there leading off the inning.
To me, that was just Hey, a nice win, and man, was the offense explosive. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to blow this one open.
10-3 at the end of this contest. Atlanta wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Mike Soroka earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Ranger Suarez takes the loss, only his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network. Live from Philadelphia, all set for baseball from the home of the Phillies, Citizens Bank Park. Today we've got a contest out of the National League East between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are...
So now here is Brad Rivera looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. From the stretch. Runner at second here with one man out.
Hey, stay hot now.
Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And it's gone. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. 41st home run of the year for him. And it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early. Time for a look at the Braves on D. Hey, let's focus on Freddie Freeman, first baseman for the Atlanta Braves. He plays one of the most reliable first basemen in the game, makes the routine play. Not only that, he can pick and grin, saving his infielders some serious.
Stepping in now, Brad Rivera. Popped him up. Hedges is right there. And there's the second out of the inning. Now to the plate, Matt Vierling. This guy is still looking at a 0 in the hit column. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Rivera is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Brad Rivera stands in again, and his home run earlier has accounted for all of their runs so far in this one. First pitch on the way. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. A ball that's tarrying. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Next to dig in, Brad Rivera. He flew out in his last AB.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Ready with the 0-1. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap.
Find the ball.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Center field, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score.
Your turn. Drive him in right now.
Advantage count 2-0 to the Braves center fielder.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
Now the 2-0.
Hey! We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. A 2-1 home. Strike taken to throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third out on the bases. More from Citizens Bank Park in just a moment. 3-1 the final score this afternoon. The Braves get their division-leading 30th win of the year. 7 in. for Baseball on the Show. We're live at Nationals Park here in Washington, D.C. We've got an NL East contest tonight between the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals.
And now, your 2023
It's Nationals Baseball.
Washington.
Next on the show. Asa Lacy gets the starting assignment for the Nats in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good.
Now at the plate here is Brad Rivera as the switch hitter will bat right-handed here. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 42 on the season, and it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Stepping in next, Yerman Mercedes.
The catcher.
Thomas at second. Soto first, 1 gone. Grounder down the line at third. But that finds its way through for a base hit. And they're on the board as now it's a 2-1 ball game. Now to the plate here is Samuel Infante. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Down the third baseline. Scooped up. Over to Albies covering at second, and that'll do it. Ready now is Brad Rivera. Runner in scoring position with Sugan.
In the last at-bat, that breaking ball he hit for the home run, that was one of those neat ones.
Find the ball,
The cement mixer just kind of floated up there.
And they swipe the tag on him, and the inning is over. Next up, Brad Rivera. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. That's down into left center for a base hit.
Find it.
And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 delivery. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Only helps him out there. It's 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I gotta believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch home. Swing and a ball hard hit toward deep right. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third.
All right, hold it here, hold it here.
And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
First pitch on its way. Salvador Perez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Salvador Perez behind in the count, 0-2.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire. Now in that bat you don't want to miss, and here is Brad Rivera, and he needs just a triple for the cycle, so let's see if he can put one in the gap, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debo. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better.
Pull up, 90, hard, 90,
And the
hard,
throw
90.
will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned. And up steps Salvador Perez. And Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, man, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And this is low, ball 2, 2-1.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Pitch is mishandled behind the plate, and it bounces away. And he will make it back to third safely, as he didn't have much of a chance at advancing that time. Freeman on third. Rivera at second with 2 gone. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. On the ground to the right side. Reined in. Throw to first is going to be in time, and the Braves rally comes up. So now into the box is Brad Rivera. He's been hot in this one. 4 hits, including a homer and a double. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. Solo shot to right center, his second of the game, and just like that, it's down to a 3-run ball game.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
And it's a 10-9 final at the end of this one. The Nats scored 10 runs on the way to victory. Asa Lacy earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Max Fried was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Just a couple of miles from the Capitol building at beautiful Nationals Park in our nation's capital. Today, a matchup of NL East rivals between the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. So here's the cleanup hitter, Brad Rivera. He'd love to carry over some of the magic from last night. He was 5 for 5 in that ball game. Into the corner and slicing foul.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, Attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Swing, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. So a two-run homer down the line in right field. Home run number 44 on the year. And it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
Boy, talk about when you're hot, you're hot. Hits 2 bombs yesterday and another long bomb so far today. When this guy gets hot, he's...
New inning set to get underway. And next will be the switch-hitting third baseman, Brad Rivera. First delivery to him. Swinging a hard-hit ball down the line in right.
Go. Make the turn.
Leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And the Braves have something going right away. It's a leadoff double. So a good job there as he opens up the third inning with a 2-base hit. And that total is currently tops on the ball club through the first couple of months of the season. And up steps Salvador Perez. As he'll take strike one on the inside corner. He drew a base on balls his first time up.
All right, one time, right here.
One and one.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off.
Come on, baby. Get your pitch.
Working for the punch out and the offering. On a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1.
This is where a strikeout pitcher has such a big advantage. Runner on second and no outs. It's definitely a strikeout situation in order to keep that runner from getting to third with less than 2 outs. When you can do it, it changes the whole strategy of the inning. Even a ground ball to the right side makes this a lot more dangerous situation.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And he lays off for ball 1.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Let's do it. Going better. Let's do it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, drive that pitch. Oh, here we go.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in, or at least getting him over.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Rivera stands at second with 2 gone. Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg, 2 hits in 7 tries. Strasburg comes set. Here's the 2-0. And he fouls this one off.
Get your pitch off.
Fouled away.
Runner!
And now the runner's trying for third. But he gets back in time, safe at second base.
Hey,
You can do it. No one better. Let's go.
The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So no runs. So next to hit is Brad Rivera. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. Robles is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Brad Rivera will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start.
All right, come on now. One time. Let her fly.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit well on the ground to first. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Every game the pitcher gets the lineup card, he circles the guy that can't beat him. Well, obviously, he didn't circle this guy. That's his 3rd knock of the game, and he has been on fire lately.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Hey, touch up right here.
Now a throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And another throw over.
Hey, your turn right there. He's on the rope. Let's go. Drive him in.
Runners going. And he'll be run down between first and second, and a mental mistake that time as he's picked off for the first out.
Clearly, he was just a little too anxious to break for second that time. Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching.